Alrighty. Let's get started. We have so much to cover today and so many golden nuggets we want to uh, cover today. So in day one, we talked about what is really the self-image and how it is determined the level of our success. And then in day two, yesterday we covered what is our current self-concept. And then today we're gonna ascend from there. We're gonna rewrite our self-concept and most importantly, embody that new version of ourselves. And I have my own framework. It's called NIA, NIA. I'm gonna explain that in just a second. And then at the end of the call, I am going to explain my program for those of you if you're interested in going further with me. And it is very different from my previous offering. So I know some of you already heard my previous program, but now I've expanded so much more and I added so much value and added so much more especially the business side of things into it. So either if you are thinking of quit your 9 to 5 or thinking of starting your own business or scaling your business, this program is for you. So if you're interested, then stay with us at the end of the call. But if not, you can take away all of the teaching, all of the learning these 3 days and really to manifest your dream. And I'm rooting for you. So before we dive into that, I would love to talk about some of my own story of how I embodied the new version of myself and how it changed my life throughout all of those years. But before that, I would love to hear from you guys. What was the aha moment you had yesterday? I would love to hear that. I love you, Michelle. You're so you're so diligent. I saw that you're doing the workbook. It's so good.
I'm always writing. I take so many notes.
I love
But
it.
yeah, I mean, all of this I'm just absorbing and really like your teaching. So thank you, Sarah. And my aha moment was again on the first day with the contrast.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Uh, any other of you have any aha moment yesterday? You see the chat. You can share in the comment when you feel called throughout this today's call. So I want to just share a little bit about. Ooh, Marilee said that we learn from the hard time and it is not wasted. Absolutely. I find the so-called hard time is especially the most important time for us to grow. Because if we think about all the successful people, all the people who have made a huge impact in this world, none of their journey it was as smooth. If we are living every day in this comfort, like everything seems familiar, everything is safe, we will not grow. We will never grow because why? Because our brain is wired to stay where we are at right now. And the in the psychology, it says that human beings are wired to go towards sorry, let me rephrase it. Human beings are hardwired to escape from pain more than going towards pleasure. So if I am having a lot of pain and then that motivation for me to escape from that pain is so much more than just staying at where I am at, which is, this comfort zone, this familiar zone that so that I can grow myself from there. Um, but that is what the world tries to sell us. What do you mean? That it is easy, and then when it is not, one think there is something wrong with you. Oh, I see. Yes. So here I have a little bit new awareness there, Marlies. Can I share that? I think there is a different definition of hard. I think through studying this material, I understand that there are a lot of people on the internet, and they are marketing themselves as, like you don't need to do any work. You just do meditation and then things just fall into your lap. And like a lot of the YouTube channels is like, okay, manifest how much money in 24 hours. You just need to write down this sentence and then do nothing. I don't believe that because Wallace Wattles in the book of The Science of Getting Rich, he said, taking actions allows you to be open to receive. And that is also the law of compensation states that if you want to receive something, you need to give something first. So I think a lot of posting online, yes. And I think, Stephen, I see that you raise your hand. I will finish my sentence first, and then I would love for you to share. Um, and then some, the coaches in the past, I saw even now that it's like they are posting their photo of just like laying down on the beach and in the sun bath and then having a cocktail. I don't know what is that. And then say, oh, I don't need to work or anything, or I just need to work like 2 hours a week. Maybe at the growth or after the growth stage of the business, maybe they have a full team to do that and they can take vacation like that. But especially at the beginning of the journey, entrepreneur journey, it is not. It is not like that. Like I can tell you, it is not as traditionally easy, like in terms of you can just like work 2 hours a day. But however, I also understand the power of our mind that when I say it is so hard, and then I will feel really differently energetically in my body. I will feel like, oh, what's the point? Like life is too hard. I don't want to try anymore. But if I convince myself, you know what, this is easy. If I think it from my end result, if I think it from my future self, how come it is so easy? Then I can sometimes really download some like ideas and inspirations that I wouldn't have at my current thinking, the current version of myself. So there is a different layers there, but I see what you mean, and I agree that a lot of inauthenticity currently is online. Stephanie, you want to say something?
There. Yeah, so the biggest aha I would say for me is that before joining and learning any of this material is that you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So I would never have come out and said that my childhood had unconditional love or had conditional love because I really didn't know the difference, or I never really explored it, or I never even really thought about it. But as soon as you start to talk about unconditional love, I'm like, oh, I can resonate that in my childhood, that I was praised and I
Mm,
felt great when I was praised. But when I wasn't being praised, um, there was disappointment in what I was
yeah.
doing. It was one or the other, praise or disappointment. And it was just really a lack of love. Um, so it's interesting when you start to explore, what did you grow up with? What are you aware of now? And then another thing was, not being 100% happy with my body when I became an adult. And I'm like, well, why do I feel like that? When other people look at me and they think, oh, you look great. And I look at myself and I'm like, oh my God, I don't.
Mm,
When I think about it now, where did that come from? I know exactly where it came from. I can pinpoint the point in my childhood where that memory became etched in my brain, and it was from my mother, right? Who also, people would say to her, you look great, and she, looking at herself, doesn't think she does. And it probably came from her mother, right? That sort
yes,
of thing. And it's nice that when you finally uncover where that comes from, you can understand and do whatever you want with it. You can release it. It doesn't have to be my belief.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
thank
Doesn't
you.
have yours. No, you're so welcome. And I think the conditional love really happens to everyone. It's like, even though that I know this and I won't give my kids the most unconditional love that I have, but at times it might feel for them that it's still conditional. So like our parents, they are doing their best as well. We are doing our best. And it is forever this learning and evolving journey. And I think that is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And speaking of the body image, because I think that is really, really a topic that a lot of us um I have to leave for another. Yeah, sure, sure. Well, that's for sure. Symphony. There is a recording here if you want to watch a recording after this. And the body image, I struggled a lot. I struggled a lot for a lot of my life. And then I remember that we talked about the self concept. I just decided that 10 years ago, I just decided that I want to be confident. I don't want to be the person who just really care about what other people think. And I decided to be the person who um, care about my looking. Like I dress up for me. I don't dress up for other people. I don't put on this dress for you guys. Yes, it's pleasant for you guys, but most importantly, it is for me, how I want to see myself. And I like the red. That's why I put it on. And some people may think, oh, like it's too much skin. Like in some culture, too much skin. Well, it's their opinion. That's fine. But for me, if I feel comfortable, I would do it. And I remember that 10 years ago when I was still with my ex-boyfriend, and I can't remember like how we talked about it. And he said, oh, those and that people on the street like looked at you. I was like, what do you mean? And he said, you don't know that? Like every time when we walk on the street, there were plenty of people, they just like look at you. And I was like, why? Why do they look at me? And he said, what do you mean why? Because you look good. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just moved on. I was not like super happy. I was not super excited because I didn't need it anymore. I didn't need the validation from other people anymore. I already rewired my brain at that point that the most important opinion is the opinion that I hold about myself. It's not the opinion that other people hold about me. Regardless of what they think, this is me. This is how I dress. This is how I walk. And I didn't even notice what other people think. And that I think is the full embodiment of confidence, because what is like half embodiment, half not, is I experienced that as well in the past, along the process, was that sometimes before I put on a dress or put on a t-shirt, I was like, oh, what would people think of me? And then when I'm walking, I'm conscious about, oh, do I look good? Do I look okay right now? Oh, I need to go to the bathroom just to make sure that I'm looking all perfect. And that is like half of that and half is not. But then the full embodiment of it is that I really don't care about what other people think of me. I think that's a full embodiment. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I love red. Red is my color, one of my colors. Thank you guys. Control the controllables. We can't control what other people think. Absolutely. Absolutely. We cannot control what other people think. And sometimes it's so easy said than done, isn't it? Sometimes we all know this, like intellectually. But then when we are walking in the world, our ego will come out, say, hey, you look at yourself, like don't embarrass yourself. Um, One thing is that I don't feel, have you ever like, for example, on the street, if you tripped over and like face planted on the on the ground, I used to feel so embarrassed. Like, oh, everybody saw me doing that. I was just like, oh, so embarrassed. Like they would laugh at me, would think I'm silly. Oh my God, I just wanted to have a hole that I can just hide in that hole and like nobody can see me. And now I don't do that. Years ago when I was still doing my master's degree, and I was renting a flat with some flatmates, and I was taking bus to town to go to the university. And I remember that the bus, I don't know you guys in US and Canada, the bus in New Zealand, they're like sometimes they just don't wait for you. So when you are literally outside of the bus and you're just say 2 steps away from the door, they just drive away. They're like so on time. And I was like wearing my high heels because I was working part-time at that time as well. So I was on the way to go to work. And that was the bus that I needed to take in order to be at work on time. And then I saw the bus and I just like ran to the bus. And then I saw the bus just slowly driving away. And I ran even faster and I was just like crying, I wait. And then I tripped over and I had a really big bruise on my knee. I was so sore and I was on the ground. I couldn't just like stand up because it was so sore. And there was a guy living nearby and saw me and came. He was so kind. He came to me and he got me up and he got me to the flat I was in. But I didn't really feel embarrassed or anything. I just feel like that was so funny. I could just like tripped over like that with my high heels. And so that scene must look really funny. But I didn't really feel like, oh, what are the people thinking of me? The whole full people on the bus, they all looked at me and they all laughed at me. Like in the past, I did that, but not now. That is something that want to share that. Another thing, I don't know whether you guys know that how I manifest my husband. Have you guys heard of that? No, I'll tell that. So I mentioned in the previous days that I used to be a person who just saw myself was not worthy, right? Because I'm not thin enough, I'm not tall enough, I have freckles, and in the past my teeth were not like this as well. And I just always saw myself as this ugly girl and who is not worthy of love. So my standard was very low in the past. If there was a guy that he said, I like you, and I slightly like him, and then I would be in, and regardless. So I very often attracted very unhealthy romantic relationship at that time and got a lot of pain for me. And then after I healed everything, after I did a lot of inner work, and one day I again broke up with another ex-boyfriend. And again, I was like, you know what? I just need to write down this future husband I want to have, like what qualities he has. So I wrote down 5 things on a piece of paper. I remember it is like he's kind, he's positive, he has a big heart, he's smart. Another thing, I can't remember. 5 things I remember it was. But anyway, it was like all quality thing, was not like how much money he has. Uh, and I wish I did. Just joking. And then I was talking to one of my old girlfriends. So at that time I was already in New Zealand. Like I already changed a lot of my paradigms and a lot of my patterns. But she was still living in China, still till this day, and she's still living in that old paradigm. So we were talking on the phone, and I was very excited and sharing with her, "Hey, this is my future husband. Look, like this is him. This is the qualities that he has." And she just laughed at me. She's like, "Girl, you are not looking for a boyfriend. You are looking for God. Like this person does not exist in this world." I was like, "Why?" She's like, don't do that. Like scratch all of them and find one quality and then find a guy and then just go with that guy. And I know exactly where she was coming from because I was coming from that self identity that I thought it was impossible for me to find a guy who I truly, truly wanted, all of the qualities that I wanted. So I didn't listen to her. So I was like just nodding, yeah, yeah, I noticed that. I know what it means. Yeah. And then I just move on with my life. And then my husband, I saw him like on internet. We were like I'm an introvert, like I mentioned. So I really don't do a lot of parties or do a lot of socializing, especially that back then. So I was like registered myself on the internet, like kind of like a matchmaker or something like that here in New Zealand. And then I met this guy. Gosh, other guys, received a lot of messages, and most of the messages were just like, one or two sentences. How are you today? Oh, that's fun. Let's catch up. Let's, see each other one day, blah, blah, blah. And this guy just like every time wrote an essay. It was like so long, full letter. I was like, how come this guy have so much time to write this full long letter? And but because of that, I was so intrigued. I was like, this person sounds really genuine. So I was talking to him, and then I went on a date with him eventually. And I was actually also went on a date with another person at that time. And because it was like just see who is the kick off with me. And then I remember he's a computer geek. That's what he calls himself. He's very not he's very introvert as well, and he was not uh very confident about the date that he would have with me. And then I remember on the first date we were in a pub, and then so I saw him and he came in and he looked, a little bit serious. So, okay, so what does this person have? And then he started to ask me like plenty of questions. So like, where do you live? How old are you? What's your inspiration? What's this and that? And eventually he asked me, are you planning to buy a house? I just laughed. I was like, who are you like asking me this question? I said to him, I said, I feel like I am in an interview. And he felt a little bit embarrassed and he laughed. He said, I have to be honest with you. He said, I was very nervous to be on this date. So I went on Google and I searched like what people do on the first date. And I searched the questions normally people would ask. So I asked the questions. I said, do people ask, will you buy a house? And he just laughed. He's like, I don't know. He said, I just asked Google. So he was like a really, really genuine. And then later I found out the reason why he always wrote this like long essay to me was because I was the only girl who he was writing to. And he said, I know that like we didn't even hang out, we didn't even see each other, we didn't even have our first date. But I just feel like if I write to other girls, I'm cheating on you. He's so sweet. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the rest just history. And guess what? He has all the qualities that I wrote at that time. Smart, positive, generous. Oh yes, generous, kind, and has a big heart. He has all the qualities. Imagine at that time, if I shrink back to my old self, that, oh, I'm not worthy of that. I'll just, find a guy who maybe is okay, and then I'll just go with him. I wouldn't meet him. And then we wouldn't have this beautiful family and two beautiful children and living together. So that's one example of stepping into the new self-identity, even though it was scared. It was scary. It was really scary because it's kind of like all the scary of unknown, right? You don't know really what is going to unfold in front of you. And I was 30 something when I met him. So there was a little bit of voice in my mind was like, oh, the clock is ticking. you're getting old. Like you need to settle down. You need to settle in. You need to settle down maybe with just a, I don't know, like okay person. But I didn't. I didn't listen to that. I trusted the process. I trusted myself. I trusted that there is this person in this world existing right now. I just need to attract that person. But I need to have that in me first. I need to have that self identity that I'm worthy of that person first. Imagine if I don't feel like I'm worthy of him, what energy would I radiate? The energy of, oh, I'm not good enough for you. I'm not like I can't match your energy. And then is that gonna be attractive to this guy? No, right? The guy would be like, oh, yeah, you're right. This woman doesn't really think she's enough. Yeah, I think she's all right. She's right. Maybe I'll pass as well. So that was one of my example of how I manifest my husband. And I want to talk about now the NIA, the framework that I came up. I received this morning when I was brushing my teeth. I was like, okay, I was like, like a rehearsal in my mind, what I'm gonna say today. And then this framework just came into my mind. And the most important thing through this framework is to help you to really embody what the new concept is, what the new self-identity is. So the NIA, the N, is stand for new, a new self-concept script. So I want you to write a new self-concept through the true self-love. Two very important things. True self-love. Why is that? So when we have our old self-concept, especially those negative things, I'm not good enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm too fat, I'm too short, I'm too shy, I'm too introvert, I haven't done enough. All of those self-concept and all of those languages that we use towards ourselves is not out of self-love. I wouldn't say those things to a friend. If a friend right now, for example, is pursuing her, let's say for you guys want to launch your business or you guys want to grow your business. And I would say, yeah, you go, look at you. You are doing this and that. You're taking actions. You are working on yourself. There is no doubt you are going to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Look at you. You sent messages to how many people today? That's amazing. You are so brave. But I did not say that to myself in the past. And I realized that this week. And you see that I have cold sore. That was because I had this huge realization that I was unconsciously saying those mean words towards myself. And that I just really broke down, but with joy, with gratitude, because if I was not breaking down, if I was not aware of that, I am not able to rewrite that. So I was crying for like 1 hour in the shower and in the car, like everywhere. And then the next day I had cold sore. And that's normally what would happen, that our body is get rid of those toxic emotions. And that is very common. So one thing is that write the self-concept with love, what you would love to see for yourself. And when I say true self-love, the true means that true to you, not true to other people, not you think what other people think you should have, the self-identity you should have. So for example, in the past, I would say something in my self-concept that I am smart. Like I am smart, I know that. But in the past, when I said it, it was through the lens or the intention of pleasing the society. So the society that I grew up with was that if you are not smart, you can't mount anything. If you're not smart, you can't find a job. If you are not smart, you cannot find a career. You cannot be successful. So if I write the new self-image script back then, when I write I'm smart, I was having the intention that I would impress other people because I'm smart. Because see, I'm smart, I can have success. See? But now, if I write it now, it is not in my self script, by the way. But if it is now in there, again, it is how I want to see myself, not how I want other people to see in me. So it is really important that we are really true to ourselves to write this new script, because this new script will be your new compass in the future to guide you navigate through this entrepreneur journey, or through a career, through your life, through finding your love. And you need to know what is really self-love for you. So that is two things: true self-love, true to you, and self-love is that how you love for yourself. And another thing I want to say was that, sometimes as a woman, we really dim down our light. We think that we are not allowed, or we're conditioned to not wanting to shine bright in this world. Because when I was a child, that I was told, don't raise your hands, don't ask questions, don't be too loud, don't be too much for other people. Just quiet down, just, be ordinary. Because when I am ordinary, then I'm kind of like fit in the majority of people, and I feel safe. Nobody's gonna criticize me for being super brilliant. And I remember when I was working for this like huge organization, and I had this good friend in this organization. He was quite much older than me, and he had like higher position. And then one day we had this department eating, like dining together. And then he was sitting beside me, and he said, Sarah, you're not gonna find a husband. And I was like, what? Why? Because I was single at that time. And he said, because you are too smart. I was like, what do you mean? He said, guys will be intimidated by you. So dim down your light. Don't be too smart. Don't go out there too much. Other men is not gonna hang out with you because it's too intimidating. So that really stuck with me for years. And I was like, interesting. And I do subconsciously, in the past especially, that I didn't want to go bold because I felt I was too much for people. Even, when I mentioned to you guys that I shifted my self-identity in these 3 days by streaming this live in Facebook, my profile. I am being bold because I'm putting myself out there. I'm not that comfortable, but I did that. I had my doubt, but I still did that. Because I don't want to dim my light anymore, just because other people doesn't like it. Other people feel threatened. Other people feel uncomfortable seeing me on the screen. One of my things in my new script is I am bold and daring. I know what I want, and I go after it with all in energy. So now I am walking, breathing, living, being that version of myself right now. It feels uncomfortable, but feels really, really powerful and empowering. So I want you ladies also to tap into your most powerful yourself. Don't dim your light, because what is the worst scenario? The worst scenario is what other people would think of you or think of me. Or the worst scenario is that I cannot help more people with my material. which one is worse. For me, the latter one is so much worse. So be that version now. So that's the first. So new, write your new self-concept. If others feel uncomfortable, it is their issue, not yours. I started applying that recently. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody is experiencing this world through their own lens, through their own beliefs systems. So if they feel like uncomfortable, there's some like old paradigms happening in their conscious mind and subconscious mind. It's not mine. The only reason why I feel uncomfortable is because I still have those paradigms and those patterns in my mind, but I am consciously changing that. So that is a difference that a lot of people, they're still unaware of that. So that is the first one, new. And second one is imagination. It's going to your fourth dimension. It's going to visualize yourself already being that version of yourself and locked in, anchor that feeling within yourself and then bring that into your current physical now. It is so important that the visualization, this tool is so important to anchor that future self within you right now. So now I would love to do a visualization with all of you. Just really quick. And I want to help you to really tap into that version of yourself and then anchor that within your body. And then we'll talk about the next step. Is that okay, everyone? Yeah? Okay, cool. Yes, okay, cool. Okay, let's close our eyes. And let's begin with some deep breath. Close our eyes and deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth as slow as possible, as if that you are blowing through a straw. Really good. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth as slow as possible. And really feeling that you are releasing any tension you might be feeling right now. And take another deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth as slow as possible. And just allow your body to relax even more deeply. And keep breathing in and out and just feel a wave of relaxation sweep from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. And again, breathe in and out. And really feel that your shoulder is relaxed, your eyes are relaxed, your chest relaxed, your fingers relaxed, your arms relaxed, your belly relaxed, your legs relaxed, your toes relaxed, and your whole body relaxed. Really, really good. You're doing amazing. And now, imagine a golden white light above you, radiating pure energy and potential. With each breath you take, this light begins to pour over you, filling you with a sense of peace and possibility. And now, in your mind's eyes, see yourself standing at the beginning of a path. This path represents your journey towards your goals and dreams. Notice how it stretches out before you, inviting and limitless. Now, take the first step onto this path with confidence and clarity. As you walk, envision your goals and dreams materializing along the sides of the path. See yourself achieving your highest aspirations. Visualize your business thriving, your income growing, your personal fulfillment reaching new heights, the impact that you are making in this world. With each step, you begin to transform. You are stepping into the shoes of your next level self, the version of you who has already achieved all these goals. And just notice how it feels to be this version of yourself. How do you stand? How do you speak? How do you dress? What energy do you radiate? Feel the joy of your accomplishments, the satisfaction of your success, the peace of living a life aligned with your deepest desires. Allow yourself to fully embody this next level self, feeling every emotion, every success as if it's already yours. Take a moment to look around your new reality. Notice the details of your success. See the faces, the people you've helped, the impact you've made. Feel the gratitude for your journey and the abundance in your life. And now, with this new version of yourself fully embodied within you, take a deep breath in and feeling energized and inspired. And as you exhale, slowly start to bring awareness back to the room, to the present moment. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes as the next level version of you. How do you guys feel after the visualization? Yeah, I see Michelle is nodding head.
Yeah, it was really different than my previous ones that I've just previous visuals that I've had, which is really interesting. I liked
Oh,
your yeah.
nice. You mean
So
the
I liked
thing in it or the format that I guide you through?
well, I love the format, but I liked how you started us on a path and then we were stepping into that. So it's a gradual thing. And I liked like Marilee said, let the light above. But
Mm,
yes, it was just it was a different journey. But it was still the same, like my goals, but just walking differently.
yeah.
So really powerful.
And how do you feel differently in your body right now, Michelle?
Mm, you know, when you have a sense of knowing, I
Mm.
just have that sense of knowing.
Oh my God, that's incredible. And you know that we are, in this manifestation journey, we're climbing the belief ladder, and the last phase is the knowing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so, oh,
Yeah.
I have chills, Michelle.
Yeah, that was a very good visualization. I like that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for sharing. What about you guys? How did you feel? You can write it in the comment if you don't want to talk. Because I want to really, really help you to anchor in that new version of you, feel that new version of you within you already. Because you already have that. You are already that version of you. You just need to see it. You just need to remember it. We are born. I love the book that Bob Proctor is We Are Born Rich. It's not that we are born with heaps of money, but we are born with the capability of being rich. The same thing as we are born love. We are born worthy. I like the light above. Yes. I hope that this visualization help you to really, really feel that the infinite possibilities within you. It was a great way to feel the new you. It made it real, not an idea in the head yet. Absolutely. We won't drop it from head to heart. We don't want to drop it from head to your body. And that is how it can move you towards taking actions. And that is our next step. So Nia, the first one N is new self-concept script that write it with true self-love. And then second, I is imagination. Anchor the new version of you within you right now. No worries, Ashley. Yeah, play the replay and it's really important. I think I would highly encourage you to do that. Um, and I have kids myself, so I understand. Then the A is action. So when you have that version of you, when you have that energy within you right now, when you embody that energy, when you embody that version of you right now, it is time to take actions. If we learn this material and then we just go back to our life and do the awesome thing, our life will not change. It's not, again, it is not like a lot of people say, okay, you're just visualizing it, you're just doing meditation, and then it's done. Well, no, we still have to take actions because the actions is what is allowing us to be open to receive. So one example is that, I talked about being bold, that myself to put myself out of here to let everybody see me on my Facebook profile. And I wanted to hide in the private Facebook group, even though that there we have like 50 something amazing women. I think 51 last time I saw it, 51 amazing women there. Still some audience there, but if now in front of like thousands of people on my profile, that is another level of boldness. And I want it to be, oh, of course, Michelle, you're so welcome. And I want you to be, I want myself to be bold. I want myself to have another level of boldness within me. So even though that I feel so uncomfortable, I still step into this version of myself and I still take the actions. I still press the button. Let's go live stream on my Facebook profile. So another example is taking actions. In the past, I saw myself not a person who takes risks. I was a risk reserve person because of the environment that I was raised up. And then when I hired my second coach, business coach, it was a substantial investment, a lot of money. And I didn't want to do it at the beginning because it was too much. It was too risky. What if I don't get the money back? What if it's not working? What if this and that? And then even before that, I was like listening to all the clips, all the YouTube videos, or the motivation speakers that, being a successful person, you need to take risks. You just cannot stay where you're at right now and do the same old thing and expect different result. You need to take risks. So I remember that I hopped on a call with the coach's team and we talked about, his program, everything. And at the beginning, I didn't want to do it. And then the coach himself sent me a 7-minute voice clip. And he was kind of like coaching me on the spot, but in an entirely different thing that I needed to hear at that time. And I realized that I felt really uncomfortable because he pointed out something that triggered me. But again, what really triggered me was not what he said, was the fact that I already have those things within me. If I don't, I wouldn't get triggered. So I listened. I listened once, I listened twice. At the beginning, I was like, who do you think you are telling me this? And then I was like, you know what? Because I'm triggered, I need to hear it more. And I hear it twice, third times, fourth times. And I realized that this is exactly what I needed to hear, not something, is like comfortable for me. Because if my coach doesn't say the necessary things to push me to grow, I wouldn't grow. So I was like, okay, so this coach is really what I need right now. And then the next action that I needed to take was to take the risk. Nobody's going to guarantee that it's going to work for everyone. Nobody can do that because it really depends on whether I put in work or not as well, right? So I sit overnight and I was back and forth, back and forth. And then I realized that being bold, that version of me was the new version of me that I wanted to step into. And then the side of me, that the part of me who was saying, oh, it's too expensive, maybe wait later, maybe wait until you achieved this and that. I understand that that was my old paradigm, my ego that wants to keep me in the same place to feel safe. And then I was like, no, I don't want to hear the old paradigm. So I called them. I said, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay in full, and I'm gonna commit to this. And then even when I was paying for it on the phone, my bank account was not like allow it to do it. So it was not set up properly at that time by the bank for some reason. And I was on the phone with the bank for 3 hours to make it happen. And guess what? Within the 3 hours, there was this voice again coming to me. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe this is the sign. Maybe this, that. And I was like, no, no, no. That is all old paradigm that want to keep me safe. So I was on the 3 hours on the call with the bank, and then also on the other side with the other coach's team on the call as well. And then eventually I made it happen. And I felt scared, excited, and also relieved. I felt a sense of peace because I finally decided to step into that version of myself, and I finally embodied that version of myself, and I finally invested in myself in such a scale. And another thing is that I really trusted my intuition at that time. That sometimes in the past I didn't. I used to be a person where even if I needed to buy a piece of clothes, I needed to go with someone because I didn't trust my choice. So I needed to ask my friend, do you think this color is good? Do you think this style is better? Which one do you think I should buy? And I always went shopping with another person at least, so that I could get the intake from that person because I didn't trust my decision. And that one experience also taught me to step into the version of me that who trusts her own intuition, who trusts her own wisdom, who trusts herself. And I was very proud of myself after that. And then it just evolved from there. And I am trusting myself even more these days than at that time. Like that was like 1.5, 2 years ago almost. So we need to take actions because only through actions we solidify the new concept, the new self-identity. If we say, oh, I am this, I am that, but my action is not aligned with that, there is a mismatch here. And also, Tony Robbins said, he said the strongest human force is to act consistently with who you think you are, basically your self-identity. So those two, they are acting like this self-fulfilling prophecy. When we have our self-identity here, we think this is who we are. I think I'm a person who takes risks. And then I take actions, and the actions created the result. And then that is the evidence to support my self-identity. See, I am a person who trusts myself. I'm a person who takes risks. I'm a person who really trusts within me. I'm a person who really bet on myself. And then that will solidify the self-concept. And then this will be a forever eternal cycle. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the 3 steps, Nia, N is write your new self-concept, new self-concept through true love. I is imagination. Anchor that new version of yourself through visualization, through your imagination. And A is taking actions. I'm thinking that talking about the imagination, I'm going to record that visualization and put it on my YouTube channel so that you guys can listen to it anytime that you want to. And A is taking actions and to solidify your self-concept through actions. Any questions for now?
No, I wanted to say thanks for recording the visualization because, yeah, it will be handy as a tool to just
Yes.
tune into it.
Yes, absolutely. You're so welcome. I will do that. And I will put some music in it as well. I didn't do music here because I'm not sure about the Facebook, even though it is like the non-copyright one, but sometimes it still cut it. So that's why I didn't put the music on. So I will put that. I'll definitely do that and put it on my YouTube channel, and I will let you guys know after that. Okay, so that is really the 3 days of the self-concept, self-mastery. And if you have any question, let me know even after the chat. But if you are interested in what my new program is, stay here. I would love for you to hear it and see whether this is something that is good for you and your business. Oh, thank you, Marilis. Thank you so much for the feedback. And I really hope that you guys have got a lot of value out of this, and that is my intention. Okay, so I want to talk about my new program here. And after that, I'll if you have any question, I'll answer that. And I have an amazing offer for any of you who is watching this, can take the advantage of that. And then after that, we will end this session with the song as usual. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. Don't know why it doesn't do, the camera doesn't do it. I'm going to present it so that it's like bigger screen for you guys. It's easier for you to see. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. So this program is called Unleashed 2.0. It's very different from my previous program, Unleashed. Yeah, the 2.0 is essentially the upgrade of it. And it is for people, mostly purpose-driven entrepreneurs. If you want to quit your 9 to 5 to start your own business, or if you want to scale your business to a new level, this program is for you. And this is very different from the majority of the programs and courses on the market. So I want to explain what it is. So this is the journey of, can you guys see it?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Okay, cool. So this is the journey of majority of the entrepreneurs that they are encountered. That first, maybe some of them are wanting to launch their business. maybe, for example, you still have your 9 to 5, you still have your full-time job, but you feel like you're called to really tap into the entrepreneurship and you want to launch your business with confidence. And normally you need to do, like market research. You need to craft an irresistible offer that sells. And also you need to set the fees that align with your soul, align with the market as well. And then you need to do your branding as well. And then the next stage after you launch your business, the next stage would be to have your first sale. And then through engaging content. So for example, you posts on Facebook, you make reels, you make stories, make videos on Facebook or Instagram, and to engage with your audience and to provide value to your audience. And then from there, you generate the lead generation organically without paying any Facebook ads. And then you also need to market your offer, market your program or your courses or whatever that you want to utilize to make an impact in this world by helping other people. And then energetically selling. I love this. It's not really selling with like a script. I used to sell with a sales script, because I was learning a new coach, but sometimes it felt out of alignment. So I've been learning this energetic selling that let your soul sell, not let your intellectual mind sell. And then also design your program or your course and deliver it so that you can make the real impact, because the sales really doesn't end when you collect the money. The sales end when you make an impact, when you change people's lives. And that's the ultimate sales. And then after that, the next stage is to scale your business, to scale your impact. So maybe you can do course creation. You will, maybe like me, hosting masterclass to put myself in front of more people and utilize systems and landing pages and, like email sequences, email marketing, and also use some of the AI to help you come up with some content and for a start. And then in my opinion, throughout all of those business strategies and business processes, the most important thing is your mindset and manifestation. 80% is actually the mindset and manifestation part. And the 20% is all of those strategies and processes. So that's why I am offering this to purpose-driven entrepreneurs who either want to launch a business, want to quit their 9 to 5, or want to attract their first and more paying clients, or want to scale their business. And how does it work? So I offer one-on-one personalized coaching calls tailored to your unique style and your business current stage and unique needs. So we talk about all of those different phases of the business. So this is so different, like this program is, because I go to your world and we discovered, okay, what is the stage that your business is in right now? What do you need to do right now in order to achieve your next goal? For example, if you want to launch a new business, then I will help you to do your market research. I will help you to craft an offer. I will help you to set your fees. I will help you to do your branding. But if you are already started and you want to have your first sale, I will help you on your content, on your selling, on your marketing, on delivering your program. If you want to further scale, I will help you with your course creation, your masterclass, your utilizing like some AI to streamline your process to make it more efficient for you. And I will go where you are at to help you with all of those things, because I've been through all of those. And then it is very flexible, like I mentioned, that I meet where your business is, and it is with a holistic approach. I think this is one of the things that really differentiate my program with majority of the program out there. We have mindset and manifestation. That is the principle, that is the foundation of any success, not only business success, also personal success. And then along that, I will teach you the systems, processes, and strategies on your business for you to be successful in your business. And then I will provide the intimate support throughout the journey. So this is a like summary of how is it different from other programs out there, like majority of it. So that is from my own experience and my research on a lot of programs. So let's talk about the personalized one-on-one coaching. The course, you can take a course on Udemy or other people's course, but they don't have this one-on-one coaching. And majority of the other program that I came with was group coaching program. If you want to have one-on-one coaching, it will cost a lot of money. Sometimes it's like 6 figures. No, yes, 6 figures in order to have one-on-one. But I provide personalized one-on-one coaching with a very, very effective and efficient fees for that. And then this program is tailored to your business. Like I mentioned, no matter which stage your business is at, I am meeting you at that stage. So that is only going to be achievable through one-on-one coaching. The group coachings and also the courses, they wouldn't be able to give you that flexibility. And then holistic approach. Majority of the courses and other programs that I see out there on the market, they either have mindset or manifestation or just business side of it. My second business coach who really completely changed my life, the person that I mentioned earlier, his program has the mindset part. And that was what I needed really the most at that time. But his program was also having a lot of strategies as well. But he was not focusing on the strategies. He was not focusing on the mindset. He was more focusing on the strategies and the process, which is majority of the people who think that's what they need, but actually it is not. The majority of it is actually in the mindset. The same strategies that we can implement as other people, but we can have a hugely different result. And why is that? That is because of our mindset. So that's why it is very, very different from majority of the courses and program out there. And the support, courses wouldn't give you support. You are just, doing it on your own. And if you have any question, there's nobody really to ask. And majority of the programs and my program provide the support that you need. Accountability. So courses wouldn't give you accountability. And a majority of the program that I've been through, they said, or I noticed in the market, they said they would give you accountability, but majority of them they didn't. So that was my experience, and I do have program. I do joined program that gave me accountability, and I loved it. And so I want you guys to have that as well, accountability. And then community. Courses, there's no community. Like in my program, you are surrounding yourself with like-minded people, and that is your basically the vibration that you are surrounding yourself with. If you are surrounding yourself with nobody, and if you are surrounding yourself with negative people, then your vibration will be lower and lower, and you wouldn't really ascend as much as you want. So my program, as together with some other programs out there, we give you this community that you can really rely on. You can ask questions, you can turn to them, because you guys are all on the same journey. And then the last part is the emotional support. This I really haven't seen much in the market, like the emotional support. I think a lot of people, we really downplay the emotional influence on this entrepreneurship journey. Like this journey is a wild ride. It's like really like a roller coaster, ups and downs, like every single day, like 10 times, 100 times more. And I find that in the past, my emotional state was so fragile. My husband even noticed that. He said, I just noticed that you are like sometimes so high, sometimes so low, like really moody. So I want to give that emotional support to entrepreneurs who are especially new on this journey, that they don't know what they are really dealing with. And I really want to give them the support on this. Let me know if you guys have any question. I can answer it. And so what will you get in Unleashed 2.0? So it is a 4-month program, and it is a 1-to-1 program. So you will have weekly one-on-one personalized coaching calls and all the recordings tailored to your style and your business current stage and unique needs. So again, like I mentioned, no matter which stage you are at right now, either wanting to launch your business or wanting to have your first sale or want to scale your business, and I am here for you. And the curriculum for this in this program is mindset, manifestation, and then business systems, processes, and strategies. And you will have worksheets, templates, and tutorials, especially on some of the systems that I've been using that has hugely helped me and my business efficiency. And then you will have a private Facebook community, which is a community part that we mentioned before, and intimate support from me. Okay, so what is the investment? Again, so let's just recap. This is a 4-month program. You have one-on-one coaching with me for this 4-month weekly coaching. We will work on your mindset, manifestation, and your business strategies and process and systems. You will have all sorts of support, community, and tutorials, templates, and worksheets. So for the investment for all of those, for the 4-month program, normally is 7,000 pay in full, and also payment plan is 2,500 for 3 months. But right now, I'm doing this event exclusive. So for whoever takes the quick actions before the midnight on 25th of March, you receive the bonus of $1,111, 1111. So instead of paying 7,000, it's only $5,889. And then for the payment plan, so for the first payment, you will have the full $1,111 bonus. You only pay $1,389 upfront. And then for the next 2 months is $2,500. And then, so what is the step? So I want to show you guys that how to claim the $1,111. So on this website, which is I'm going to give you the link to this this website, which is explaining what this program is, and then also there is this exclusive bonus that you can claim. So here explained what the program is about and how it can help you, and then we talk about this journey on your business. And then so before the midnight 25th of March, if you enrolled, then you can have the bonus of $1,111. So what you do is that you go to on this website and you put your phone name in it. And then you go to the next step. So you see that this is original price, don't put your card in it, because if you do that, you wouldn't have the 1,111 bonus. So at here, enter coupon code, you put 1111. So there is this instruction here. Enter coupon 1111 to claim the event exclusive bonus and receive $1,111. And then you click the apply, and then it will bring it down to 5,889. And if you pay it as a payment plan, same thing. Don't press the button. Don't put your card in it until you put the 1111 and then press apply. And then so your first payment would be only be $1,389. And then it will be occurring. The next month will be 2,500, and then next month 2,500. And then here is what you will get with this program. So I want to share that. And then if you feel like you have some questions, or you want some of my opinion on whether this is a good fit for you, let's have a chat. Just send me a message and then we can have a chat. Like, there is no obligation. We can go into deep into what is your business current stage and what do you need personally and for your business. The support from your mindset, from the systems, from the strategies, all angles, and then I can help you to see whether this is a good fit for you or not. If it is not a good fit for some reason, I will redirect you to the program or the resources that I think would be the most benefit for you for the current stage of your business. And that is all that I want to say for my program. Do you guys have any questions about that? I'll just give you a few seconds.
Yeah,
Correct.
thank you. I'll go and think about it. I'll rewatch the video. Thank you for everything. It was amazing. My question is, when you were saying when you invested in your program and you were like worried and the bank, you couldn't get the transaction through in those 3 hours, you were like mentally torturing yourself. And then on the other hand, it's a learning of the buying decisions when it's, you feel it's good to go and it's not. How do you marry the two up? Did you know in your bones you needed to go for the course, but um something else was your old, what do you call it? The
Old paradigm.
old paradigms were fighting it.
Yes, that is such a great question. Such a great question. There is this feeling within me at that time that I was very uncomfortable saying yes to that program. I was very uncomfortable. It was not uncomfortable that I didn't like it and I forced myself to do it. It was uncomfortable that I knew it is the right thing for me. And I felt there was the old of me was dragging myself back, and I was having this mental fight. And I cried. I cried. When I visualized that I didn't go into this program, I felt sad. I felt my environment was defining me. I felt I was strained by my 3D. I felt I was not listening to my heart. I felt I was not really unleash myself fully. So my tears was from that I wanted to go in. I really want. And then this is this but. So now I work with what I want. So if you ask yourself, Marlies, what would you really love? Like, if there is no limitation, if there is no finance constraint, if there is no other limiting things in your life, what would you love? And that normally is the answer. And for me at that time, if I, had the money, I had to borrow money for that. If I had the money, there is no problem. I would just sign it now. I wouldn't have that mental like wanting to and don't want to and what if that, because there is no limit. There is no limitation. But then if I say to myself, if I don't have limitation, if I truly believe everything is possible, what would I love? And that is why, I'm embodying this material is through embody the version of me that really, really believes that I have this infinite potential and everything is possible. Whatever that I desire is already there. So I need to step into that version of myself, even though that I feel so scared. You have that feeling, sometimes when you want to buy a thing, let's say it's a car, like sometimes it is so easy for us to make investment or pay for a car, to borrow money to pay for a car. It's easier to do that than to invest in ourselves because we can see tangible things there. We can see the car just right there. Even though that we just like, even the house is the same thing. Like we have like hundreds of thousands of mortgage on our shoulder for the house, but we wouldn't spend a few thousand in ourselves. Why? Because first, that is everybody's doing. Everybody is taking mortgages. Everybody's doing the thing. So must be safe. My brain is like being the norm, being just like anybody else. That's the whole society is doing. That's what I'm doing. But most of the people, they don't invest in themselves. How do I know? Look at the people around you, not the people who are, studying this material, who are in this community, but look just day-to-day life people. They don't. So often we just like, oh, maybe that's normal. That's more comfortable. I'll do that. But if you really listen to yourself, when you make the decision, this is what you want and you go after it. And it is so scary, but it's so excited. You are so excited. And you are dancing between this, feeling excited and also feeling like, I don't know what's going to happen. But if you say no to something that you really love, you probably would feel a sense of familiarity because you've been making this decision for your whole life. So it's like back to that safety zone. But they're just a little bit like that voice within you, that little dent. Sometimes I feel heaviness, just a little bit heaviness in my heart. It's like, oh, I guess I'll just wait. I guess this is not for me. And I would be so sad. Like my current coach, before I joined her, gosh, I was so scared. But because of that, I knew it is the right thing to do because my ego, feeling the scared, the part of me that was feeling scared was the ego. It's the old paradigm. And I knew it was the right thing for me. And I was talking myself out of it with the ego for a couple of months. And then eventually I was like feeling so sad because I didn't give the things that I wanted. I didn't give myself what I wanted. And I restrained myself. I played small, really what it was. I played small. I played safe. Again, back to my old normal. How do I know? Look at my past, majority of my life. Yes, there were moments that I was really bold, like making the investment with all my coaches. Like I have 4 different like not even 4 coaches. I have a bunch of coaches. But I joined like 4 really high program, high pay, high ticket program. yes, those moments I really broke myself out of those like playing small and um getting back to my comfort zone. But majority of my life in the past 40 years of my life, majority of those times I was playing small. I was shrinking myself. I was shrinking myself to the level that I think that other people think I should be. You're so welcome, Ashley. And that's the difference. You know when you know. Even though
Thank you.
it is scary, you know when you know.
Super.
And
Thank you,
normally,
Sarah.
you're so welcome. And I remember that I cried one time that I invested in a system. Was very expensive at that time, 2.5 years ago. And I cried. And then the coach said, that's good. Because normally that means that you are doing something meaningful because you are scared.
Excellent.
I hope that helps.